Okay, hey everybody, this is Fallen Empire. I am DM Discretion. With us today we have Bastard, Cody Khan, Malice, Silverwind, and Zell Voldrak. And today we are picking up from the last game where I'm gonna make sure that we can hear I can hear everybody on Twitch because that is always a fucking problem. Can't hear everybody. Nope. All right, let's try it again. Nope.
Can't hear them? Let me see.
Nope, there it is. All right, it's a time delay from the Twitch stream.
Yeah, it normally is about
All
like 10 seconds.
Hi. Hi.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Can hear everything.
Don't forget the NPC chick, big titties.
All right.
Scholarly big titties.
I don't believe her name is Scholarly Big Titties, but sure. We'll just call it.
It's Librubian.
Libubian?
Yeah, we go.
Libubian, yeah, there you go, Libubian.
I hate you guys.
It's
Just so I hate you so much. All right, so from our last adventure, or from the last module, they used to call these modules. In the last module, we had you guys were in the tomb of Ashlan Gursity, an ancient elven general known for his, at least at the end, for his loyalty to the Empire, but his burgeoning depravity, which was ultimately his undoing. The scholar, and I will find her name eventually, she contracted you all to help her to plumb the depths of this newly discovered. All right. It's like
You forgot my character's personality?
I know, it's all sex, depravity. All right, her name is Alana. That's her name, and that's what I have. So after a number of hazards to get to this point that you guys are in right now, and I'm working on some TTRPG maps for Roll20. Those will be up on the next game. So I have 2 weeks for today, and I'm also going to do some what do you call it? I'm going to be doing some animated maps that I found, which are really cool. That bring a little bit more to it. I'm also going to be doing that for the Heroes game that we have as well, which I'm very excited for. Not tomorrow, but in future episodes. Encountered some traps, some wards, some warded traps, some spike traps, a couple of giant centipedes, one which almost chomped poor Cordy Khan because he is a ratkin and pulled him into the ceiling. And now you've encountered at least a half dozen of these rust-type monsters, and I will show them on the screen. They should have already showed up, but I gotta move this down, I think. There we go. And these things are about between 4 and 5 feet at the shoulders, with another 3/4 of a foot to the top of their backs, which is arched with scales. Their skin is leathery and rust colored. So mottled browns and yellows and grays. They have 4-toed clawed feet, enormous gaping maws, tiny eyes, and giant snouts, which had caught the scent of a conveniently pulled out iron ingot in order to allow for the rest of the party, for the rest of the coterie to move into the next room while Cordy Khan figures out what he's going to do. However, upon smelling these things, they became a little bit more animated.
Those are the creatures that I'm trying to lure away from the rest of you so you guys can get through. You got real quiet, boss.
I'm here.
No.
No, that I was just letting it sink in. Now, here is where we change this music here. And
Okay. Are we rolling for initiative?
we will be rolling for initiative, correct? Yes. So everybody roll for initiative, please, if you will.
Ooh, a whole 9, baby.
Before you guys roll, click on your token. That way it goes up in
Click
turn.
on your token. I got you. Yeah. Also remember to.
Mal's got a 94. He has
Yeah,
sonic
he has
speed. He goes first.
14. Okay. 'cause
Minus
plus
80 to that.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Somebody's gonna have to roll for me, by the way.
Okay,
I don't
so
have access to roll 20.
does who wants to roll for Zell? No, I'm the only one that can. So let me do that. Okay, minus 80 plus 8. Let's do that. In your initiative boxes on your characters, if you have a bonus, you can put minus 80 plus whatever that bonus is, and it'll give you the actual score versus just having to do it manually. And if you have no bonus, just put minus 80, and it will do that. Ooh, Zell got a 23. So we have a 23 and 18, and I'm going to roll for my guys. Who else is missing? So we have. Did everybody else roll their initiative? So
I'm about to
I
roll
rolled a
now.
9.
okay, I got you, Silverwind. I'm gonna put you in there.
Give me a moment. I'm about to roll.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
You still have Adolfo? Is he still on the bus? Or...
I don't think so, but he's on his phone. So
All right.
What, they're deporting him already?
Jesus Christ.
Wow. And wow.
The wrong bus?
I'm gonna go say yeah, wrong bus.
This isn't the Bronx.
Say no, it isn't, Bato.
Welcome to Timbuktu. Timbuktu, how'd you cross the water? You don't worry about that.
All right, so Silverwind has a 9.
That's weird. I rolled my initiative. I got an 11.
Okay, so I'll add you on there. Just remember you have to click on your token on the screen and then roll the initiative.
I did it manually because I hate the character sheet.
No. I mean the token on the homepage of Roll20.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, and you rolled how much? An 11?
Yeah.
Okay, and Silverwind rolled a 9.
I think it only counts it if you do it from the sheet, from the character sheet. Let me see.
How do we get rid of these other icons? With a double sword and DM discretion.
A what?
What?
Like the other little pictures that we got, like a Malice, Banner.
Oh, you're talking about there?
Cor-
You have to go into the cogwheel and then under graphics, I believe. No, audio and video. Go to video display and then change that.
Yeah, it switches to names only. That'll get rid of all the avatars.
Your audio, video, and then you switch over. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Okay, so Zell, it's your action. What are you getting ready to do? Zell?
Hey, Lou, can you change my initiative back to what it was originally?
It
11?
was 11, okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Are you there, Zell? Zell Voldrak. Ooh, he's probably getting beat up.
I'll be right back. I can't do it as well as Dwight can.
No, I lost.
Nah, he lost the ability to do it for some reason. I think he's channeling the Masamodius too much these days.
To me.
All right, so here's a chain blade weapon. So I'm gonna go with that. Inventory. He calls it the Chaos Blades. Woohoo!
Again.
Really?
Yeah.
How original.
I
You
didn't.
didn't attack with them. You just posted a description.
It was supposed to.
That weapon makes me want to vomit.
Hey, Lou, where'd you send me the wallpaper?
Oh, I haven't done that yet.
Oh, okay.
Give me a sec. Combat maneuvers. Of course, he didn't put anything there.
Chaos Blade, 2 feet, 20 pounds.
Here I was worried about my little bombs doing 66.
This shit can reach 20 feet? Wow. He brought a
200
D&D weapon into Palladium.
A 20-pound weapon that can reach 200 feet on chains.
20
and
feet on chains.
What?
Does 1d10 plus 20. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, because I'm wondering where he get the strength bonus from.
I could care less.
Here we go.
I could definitely gonna make my railgun now. I'm not gonna feel bad. All I need is a little piece of uranium.
No what?
All I need is a little piece of uranium. I'll make my railgun.
What you gonna do? You use one of the arbalists?
No, the Arbalest is a crossbow, and I already modded the crap
Turn that
out of
into a railgun.
it. No, I'm gonna make a legit railgun. All I need is a power source.
Gotta use magic.
Nah, I'm a tinker. I don't need magic. Science is my magic.
There's one spell the Artificer has in D&D called freaking Catapult, which is freaking disgusting.
All right. So let's just roll a d20 here.
Steve, I want to merge that Barrett with my Thunder Cannon.
That'll be a feat. Holy crap. Thunder Barrett. Holy shit. I don't even think
Yes.
about that.
Yes.
Thunder Barrett.
Yeah, in my game, he got a life 50 cow. He got it from his alternate self before he got murdered. What are we doing?
Just give me a sec here. So you didn't fill this in like a fat Momo.
He's got to keep it vague, so even for himself, so he can make up more moves.
Pretty much.
What the fuck?
152 points of damage?
Yeah, that's
I'm
wrong.
going home.
That's wrong.
Did that attack? 49?
Are we still playing Palladium
Palladium.
Fantasy?
Yeah, that's a real question right now.
That should look like we're playing Warhammer all of a sudden.
I'm saying,
are we using 1d100 on attacks?
Oh,
Is that-
Robotech.
is-
Oh, you're doing Robotech? That's a freaking.
Is that
I'm
under his-
trying to figure out where
is
the
that-
fuck those rolls came from.
Is that like a percentile under fellowship or weapon skill? Yeah, you know what? Even in Warhammer, I don't even think my fucking tech priest has that high of a fucking weapon skill.
Nope.
Actually, my intelligence is higher than that, but my weapon skill is like.
Thanks for mentioning Tech Priest. I think I'll look at that while I'm sitting here.
Yes, the Tech Priest is disgusting.
Steve and I are working on an idea. Steve, you got to give me some input, man.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I've been actually I've been in a bad place, so I need you to distract me more.
All right, man.
You have to hit me up more often.
All right, no problem. Can do. Just tell me when's a good time.
Anytime's a good time. I'm always home during the week. Monday to Thursday, I'm just here.
Okay.
So you could just hit me up, and I'm sure a lot. Even if I just look like I'm on Discord, I'm always on Discord. Prayers and blessings, though. I got ideas for those.
Make the holy hand grenade.
Holy hand grenade. You need that.
I've been thinking about stuff I want to work on in the other game here. Lose other game. Just there's not enough time to sit down and fucking tinker.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. I mean, after we get this guy's toy together, watch him fucking fling himself into a wall and go splat. It'd be hilarious. After that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I got
so-
idea. I got ideas for killer sex doll.
Of
Literally.
course. Yeah. Well aware. Well aware.
Wow.
Right, dude?
Guys are weird.
That looks more manageable in some
Yeah. There we go.
warped
Okay.
way.
Hello.
Jesus.
Question. He got a plus 19 strike?
Yeah, I'll look it over a little bit closer again, but he took some specializations. So, all right.
Oh,
Cordy Khan, it is your attack. Once
So-
okay, so hold on for a second. Zell, are you listening? Can you speak? Because it doesn't specifically state whether or not these things are magic, and they don't look like they're magic.
I don't think they are. Then
Blades? No. They're just master crafted by thieves.
Okay. So here's
so if
what
I made them, they're just highly crafted. You
okay.
get like a plus
So-
one.
They're allowed to craft all our weapons.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not, and that's fine. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, no, they're not magic.
Okay. So, and the reason why I asked is because once you fling your blades to strike one of the creatures, and this isn't so much their defense roll, in as much as it is an effect of what they are. Once you strike it and you pull your blades back, you notice the edging is starting to rust and chip away.
Ooh.
So
Anywhere I can strike,
You s-
anywhere I can strike it across the surface in order to stop the effect. Like
What-
if it's a residue or something. Like when you
oh, you mean like scrape it?
like when you use a damn it, I think you
A sharpening
Uh,
a stone?
a whetstone.
A whetstone. Okay. Well, you make that attempt, and I will tell you the effect once we come back around to you. Now, Cordy Khan, is your go. Let's speed this along. Here we go. There's a half dozen
All right.
of them, and they're converging on you.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. I'm luring them away. I'm luring them away from the party.
Okay.
Back more to. You said there was an opening, so I went through that opening.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there was an opening. Damn, I can't remember.
It was a
It's so
door.
long.
It was a door going into.
It was a
another-
door.
going
Right.
into
But
another
when we
room.
walked into the thing, there was a door, I think, on the right, and there was an opening on the left.
Yeah.
There wasn't a door; it was opening. So
Mm-hmm.
I pulled out the iron ingot, and I went that way to make them follow me.
Yep.
Now I don't know what the effect is of him hitting them with the freaking weapon's gonna have now,
Okay.
but my intention is to continue to attract them. If I see them turn away from me, I'm gonna pull out another ingot and slap them together, so that makes a sound and get them to keep coming at me.
Okay. So that first, the one that he struck was the closest to him, furthest from you. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
that makes sense.
So
Just
he.
a quick question, Lou.
Yes.
Do I know these are rust monsters?
No.
No, but I was quick to figure it out though.
All right.
And
Nah, just
yeah,
I
because
was
he
just
was the
asking
only.
because I had
he was
my
the-
character known. Obviously, I wouldn't have attacked with the weapons.
Yeah, he
I
was
would have
the
used magic.
he was the only one that went into that initially went into that room to discover them after he heard the sound, and then everyone came in after to see exactly the way I described it. So you just initially will chalk this up to a combat readiness and just the right there. You just went into combat, so
That's fine.
you struck it.
That's fine. I'm not arguing it. I'm just.
Okay.
I was just asking that question just to see, but that's fine.
Okay. So that last one does turn, and it doesn't do like a sharp 180 or 90-degree turn. So it starts to turn slowly and move towards the impact. Now,
Was it impact? So okay, so then if I see that,
so once it's
try it.
struck, so what you guys can see, once it's struck, it like slid across the surface of its carapace. And what didn't immediately come out, what didn't immediately strike you, as it's still relatively dark. You guys do have, those of you with night vision, are slightly impaired in that you don't see in color, and the little bit of lamplight that's here it's casting weird shadows. So once he hit it, there was you noticed a splash of what looked like liquid just shoot off of where the blades impacted. So
it was my action.
yes.
Like I said, so instead of pulling out a second ingot, I'm gonna keep waving the one I have towards the ones that still have my attention, and I'm gonna check a handful of nails towards them, towards the one in the back to get his attention again, and I'm gonna keep backing up towards the entrance, towards the opening.
Throw the nails at the one that's turning back towards.
Yeah, the one
Zell.
was turning towards Zell. I'm gonna chuck a handful of nails at him.
Okay.
You want me to roll? Or
No, that's fine.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell them to go to the other room. I'll keep them distracted. They eat metal, so just go.
All right, and when you
Well, that's good to know.
just for context, when you guys come into the room, there's a door to your left, your immediate left, about 15 feet. So once you walk in, there's a secondary door, and then there's one on the farther end of the room. This room is just littered with pieces of trash. It smells of dung and dampness. It has an acrid, acidy smell. For those of you with any sort of poisoning skills or
I do.
yeah, so anyone with skills in chemical type substances, you will know that you can pick that up. And for everyone else, it's just a stinging ammonia-like scent. And on the far end of this room, which is about 30 feet away, is where Corticon is luring these things. Now, as they get closer to him, he disappears in amongst their varying sizes. So you can see the door on the far end open as they're coming through, as they're charging towards him. All right. So next on the order is Malice.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is
And there's something wrong with your mic. It's really.
I'll be right back. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, try it again.
it's fun to do it myself, but
Yeah, it's really loud in verbals.
It's turn down the volume of your. That may be it.
But
I think
turn
it's,
down your gain a little. Maybe
yeah.
that'll help.
That may be it.
oh,
On who?
No, on Malice is the gain on your mic may be a little too much.
it's better now.
Yeah, it just sounds like it's peaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, it still sounds weird.
What about now?
That's better.
That's a whole lot better.
Way better.
All right. Sorry, guys.
No worries. Go ahead. Do you-
So let me ask you, Lou.
Yeah.
In the scenario, are they all following him?
All but one that's starting to turn towards Zell.
Now, did he throw the nails? Did it pay attention to the nails, or is it
We
still?
haven't gotten to that yet.
Okay. How close is this thing to me? The one that's turning.
Maybe about
Is it-
15, 20 feet away.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put armor of Ithan on me.
Okay.
That's 10 PPE,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna pull out no weapons or anything like that. I want to keep on following where Corticon is going,
Okay.
because I got to make sure that he gets away and nothing happens to him.
What was your total PPE? Was it 163 or 183?
I'll tell you right now. 183.
Okay, so I'm just keeping track. So that's another 10. All right.
So
Okay, you cast a spell, and then you. In this scenario, because they're moving away from him, I'll give you the opportunity to use a second attack, and this would be for pretty much everybody. But the spell technically it's going to take your action to cast. So what was your secondary action?
my secondary action is to follow behind them.
What, to go to the door to the left?
Wherever he is going, wherever Corticon is going.
All right, so you would have to push through all that mass.
I'm not. Oh no, I'm not pushing through them.
Yeah.
Following them, I'm gonna try to see if I can have eye contact with him. Give me a second.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
You know, I'm like behind, but I'm trying to see.
You're
Because
gonna, how much of a distance are you going to give yourself between them? Not him, but them.
15 feet.
All right, so then that would mean you're staying relatively still. You're staying in place because they're moving slow enough. And the reason I'm not saying that they're lumbering or moving slow, but they're all jockeying for position. So in doing that, it looks like they're moving slow, but they're actually moving relatively quickly towards Corticon.
Right. So I'm gonna, while they're moving, and I know it's basically because there's so many of them,
Understood.
so it's taking its time.
Yeah.
So I'm wait.
I'm okay. Been taking it easy today. Actually, role playing.
Hold on a second. Let me. I'm gonna put him in. There he is. Okay. Go ahead.
No, just little by little, I'm gonna move ahead.
Okay. So you can hear you can see the shine of the nails as they fly through the air and strike the shell of this thing as it hits the ground or its back. It's hunched back, and once they hit, a lot of them are already just whatever this liquid is it's highly acidic because it's rusting them to the point where they're starting to shrink. You know what I mean? Like a nail would shrink because it's falling out, it's falling apart, and then the thing is, in fact, looking as they fall, it's smelling them and picking them up like an animal would pick up like kibble, like loose bits of kibble. All right, so then we're gonna move to Bastard. If he's otherwise occupied, then we will go to Silverwind.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay.
So we're trying to get to the next room, and these creatures. How many of them are there, and how close to each other are they?
They're half dozen, and they're all fighting each other for the chance to rush Corticon.
How close to each other are they? They're all together.
They're literally all on top of each other, with the exception of the one. Hold on a second. With the exception of the one that's picking up the bits of the nails, that one is separated by about 5 feet from the rest of the group, and the rest of the group is about 25 feet away.
Okay. So here's what I will do. I will cast Carpet of Adhesion on that group.
Okay. All right. So I just need to roll. What would I need to roll for that? It's a save, right?
Give me a second. Let me double check.
Yes, it's a save. And even if they don't make it, they're still stuck for
They're still
2d4.
stuck, yeah.
If successful, victim rolls 2d6 to see how many melees it takes to pull free. Yeah,
Okay.
just says special. So I guess it's the regular number.
All right.
I'm talking to myself like an idiot.
Ah.
It's a
Yeah,
magic.
hold.
It's magic plus your spell power if you have
Okay, so because I rolled a 20,
20.
it's going to they still get caught. It's not a question of them getting caught, but the duration is going to be reduced by half. So the duration is normally what? 2d4,
Duration right now is 30 melees.
30 melees?
Yes.
Okay. So that'd be 15. All right. So you can now once you lay that once you drop it on them or no, it's on their feet, correct? Or
Yeah.
how are you casting it?
Under their feet, yeah.
Okay. So once you do that and it extends directly underneath them, they're caught like flies on fly paper. But they're becoming extraordinarily agitated, and their screams are starting to get louder. And
Well,
it's starting to echo.
with that
It's going
move-
to echo throughout every open door, of which
And-
the door behind you and the door where Corticon is, you can hear it just echoing throughout this whole place.
Right, so heading towards the door where Corticon is, because that's the plan, is to move on to the next room.
Okay.
Not to fight every creature in here.
All right. How much
Oh,
PPE do you have?
I wasn't at a door. I was at an opening. Lure them away from the door so you guys can go to the door.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was an opening. My apologies.
Heading towards the door, yeah.
What's your PPE total?
I don't, hold on a second. The
Oh, wait,
spells
that-
are a number per day.
Is that
for me. It's
that's
just-
from your weapon?
No, this is the ones I get for just being a hunter.
Gotcha.
I get 4 spells per 24-hour period. I've passed 2 so far. It's the second one.
Perfect. All right. Good. So with that Corticon, you do see the magic envelop them. It stops just before where you're standing.
Alright.
It says the shimmering white and yellow light that's underneath them. You don't unless you have magic lore, you wouldn't know what it is, but you know that they're stuck and they can't move.
We'll assume I don't have it for now. I don't see it. Okay, so is my go?
Oh wait, no, it's Silverwind's go.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie, that's party. How many you said there are?
Half dozen.
Alright, I'm gonna use my ability multiple targets. I'm gonna headshot 2 of them.
To get a headshot, you'd have to run to where Zell is, to where Corticon is.
How far away is Corticon?
He's about
I'm on the
almost
other side
he's
of
on the other side of the room, about 30 feet away. So
I can't see him.
no, you
Did you
can't.
hear what I said?
So no, you can't see him because how tall are you? You're what, like less than about 4 feet?
My character?
Yeah.
I'm about 6. Let me see.
Oh, so you're a giant rat? Good. That's
I'm
great.
tall. No, I'm pretty tall. Like the joke was that I'm taller than Danny, and Danny's a fucking cat. Hold on. I'll
That's
tell you
true.
right now.
Forgot about that. But he's never playing, so it doesn't matter. He's never playing.
Is under social. I'm 5'9", and I weigh 110.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, with these creatures jostling for position, you can barely make him out.
Oh no, I'm not trying to look at him. I'm trying to see if I can see the creatures.
Oh, well, they're facing away from him.
Did you
Alright,
hear
cool.
the part about moving on and not fighting every creature in the place?
Yeah,
And
but he's my friend, and
was-
I'm not gonna leave him just there, even though he does have a contingency plan.
I'm just making sure that we're in character.
He's fine.
All right. So what is everybody doing? Assuming
Well,
that,
what's
assuming
so-
that, what do you call it? That Zell is moving with the group.
You mean Elena?
So
And Elena's not saying a word.
So I'm going. If he's
Alana.
fine,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move into the next room.
All right.
And yeah, where is Alana?
Alana is behind everyone. She's not taking any point.
Okay.
She's waiting with her little lamp, and she keeps doing the what we used to call the crazy eye. But I don't know if you guys do. She's making sure. She's like, they're making so much noise.
So I pat her on the ass and tell her to move forward
It's
through
like,
the next door.
That's unwanted touching. Unwanted. No, I'm just kidding.
I take the walk. I take the walk through the door.
All right. So
I'll take point.
she bolts through into the next room, and assuming everyone else is following suit.
I'm waiting for Corticon.
We're all waiting for Corticon.
okay, I'm waiting to find out when it's my turn.
No. This is it. The carpet of adhesion essentially takes them out of combat, so it then becomes what you guys want to do.
So what I do now is this: at the spot I'm at, right? I put down the 2 ingots and leave them there, and I go around them. Wait, you said that they're stuck? Like they're stuck? They're good and stuck?
It looks like they're stuck on some giant blue paper.
Is one of them in arm's reach?
You can make yourself within arm's reach. Yeah,
Without me getting stuck on the fly paper?
that becomes a little tricky.
Then you know I was gonna do this. All right, I go around them instead.
Okay, so you carefully go around them.
Yeah.
Throw a stick of dynamite.
No, I was gonna milk one for their goo in my glass vial. But if they're not in arm's reach, then I'm not gonna.
Anyway, so as you move through, there a couple of them like make motions like to snap at you, but they're more intent on trying to get out of this. They're trying to rip themselves free. Okay, now you make it into the next room, and then
Make it to the other room. I close the door behind me.
all right, closing the door behind you only muffles the sound just a bit. You can still hear them, especially because you're in the next room. This next room, it was. You can see an adjoining hole in the masonry where it's very easy to assume that these monsters had made it into, because it was a stock armory, which is no longer serviceable. Most, if not all, of the weapons have been eaten down to the leather. All of the armors, if any spots where the armors had metal, those were chewed off, and all the leather that would be binding them, those are pretty much burned away to nearly to scraps.
Wow.
All right, nothing to salvage.
Yeah.
What else is in here?
That's that. You do see another centipede hole on the ceiling, though. That's a little concerning, because then you can see the rocks falling from it, as if there was some movement that was coming from that area. There is a long hallway, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to be doing this a little bit more and more, and showing you what you're looking at. I'm downloading some photos, not photos. I'm using Midjourney to give me some looks that I can show you.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Hey man, when you got it, you have to use it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay.
I'm gonna keep at the edge of the hole. I'm not gonna be directly under it.
I'm assuming that you are. All right.
At 20 again?
No, it was
No.
trying to put the picture up.
Just putting the
Oh,
picture.
that dark corridor.
Yes. So that's essentially how most, if not all, of the corridors are going to look to you guys. With the absence of any light outside of your lamps or torches, your night vision is essentially useless. So you can see as far as your night vision's range once with the lights that you have on, but all of you with actual combat experience or that are men at arms understands that this puts you at a disadvantageous position because you're
That's
essentially
down the corridor.
That's yes. So,
So
in other words, the light that you emanate helps you to see, but it also helps anything that's looking for you to see.
Right.
the spotlight.
Correct.
You're right in the middle of it.
I'm
Question.
not using one.
What?
Go for it.
So, where are we exactly, and where are the creatures right now? They all funneled through the entrance.
No, they were stuck in the car.
Behind the door.
You probably were offline while we were doing this, but they were stuck in what looks like a magic. Well, you have magic, so they were stuck in,
Yeah.
in a carpet of adhesion,
Okay. All right. So.
and everyone
How
moved
far
into
away-
the next room. The sounds
Okay, so
that you
how far
hear
away
are
are
coming
we?
from the door, coming from
How
behind
far
the door.
away? How far away are they
They're in
from the door entrance?
approximately
About-
25 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last,
What is
the
the-
closest one. Yeah.
The door is made of wood, or is there
Yes.
no?
It's
Okay.
they're all the doors so far are wood with the banded metal for extra security.
Reinforced door.
They're reinforced. Excuse me. Thank you so
They're
much.
reinforced.
For saying that. Yes.
And those weren't touched by the creatures.
No, they were
The
not.
metal.
Okay,
They were open.
that's interesting. So, looking inside the doorway, how much more space is there?
What do you mean?
Like, how much more space is there after let's say we choose the door to go through that door? How much more space is out beyond that door?
I'm not following you, but you're moved into the next room, but it leads into
Okay.
into a long corridor.
All right. So how much space is in that room? How big is the room?
Can someone else?
He's asking what are the dimensions of the room that we went into that has the hole in the ceiling.
Oh, okay. So this room is sort of like I said. It was a makeshift
Armory.
So this specific room it's more rectangular. It extended from where once you enter, it extends. There's a long table that anyone with blacksmithing understands is a leatherworker's table. And there's an anvil with a completely demolished. Well, there was an anvil, I should say. You can see the bolts, the bolts that held the anvil in place on the stone that it was lifted on. That's almost all gone, with the exception of maybe one or two rusted bolts. The forge that was built into the wall, any traces of the metal from that forge have been consumed and ripped out.
Okay.
So this room extends. I'm in this habit of doing these hand gestures as if you guys are sitting in front of me, and I
That's fine, and we
apologize.
can see that. Just
But-
continue.
All right, take it easy. So anyway, so the room extends. It's a rectangular room. It extends about 25 feet, and it's 15 feet wide. So wide enough for two people to stand side by side along the length of this table, which extends to the end of that room where the forge and old anvil's stone is.
So
Then the hall, it opens up into a corridor, similar to what I just showed on Roll20, which you can't see. But
All right.
And the corridor is
Luke?
10 feet wide or 15 feet wide.
the corridor itself, it's arched, and from floor to ceiling, you're probably talking about maybe 12 feet. The masonry is ancient, so a lot of it is crumbly. Not crumbly.
So,
It's fallen out in
Lou.
bits and pieces,
So,
but it
Lou,
extends.
The
from
reason
floor- Yes, go ahead.
hold on, bro. Quick
Oh,
question.
there's a reason I was
since
asking
the
the
Rise
question.
of Forge,
Hold on,
the Red-
one at a time. Let's start with Silverwind because he hasn't said anything.
the forge and where the old anvil is, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start tapping the floor to see if any type of like little secret compartment or maybe a little hollow space. Like something's probably hidden in there.
All right. Do you have search for secret compartments on your skill list?
No, I'm doing that shit untrained.
Okay. So make your roll now. Go to Zell, what were you going to say?
Okay. So, is Cordican with us, or
Yes, he is.
he's still on the other?
He's with you.
He's with us. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I made it to the door and went through and closed it behind me because I didn't want them to follow us.
All right. So, but they're stuck on the magic the carpet of adhesion, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and on the other side, I left behind 2 ingots for them to go after, which I hopefully they're attracted
So what
to.
I'm gonna do is gonna open up the door, right? I'm gonna take the torch, one of the lit torches, and I'm gonna set a blaze to whatever I can, so that way they could catch fire.
Okay.
What's the starting percentage on locate secret compartments?
All right, Zell, did you hear? You weren't here to hear the part where I said our goal was to explore the place, not fight every creature.
Oh no, I'm not. It's not about fighting every creature, but once that thing gets done, if we have to come back through here, we still have to deal with that. We don't know where we're gonna end up.
So leaving an out of control fire raging is a good idea.
I'm saying we're gonna continue. If they get burnt up, then it's one less creature.
Right, except they might move around and then set other things on fire.
You should also keep in mind that we're underground and air is, air.
Very sparing.
We can do this smartly, or we can just blunder through.
All right. So I take the torch back, just
You say,
lean up against one of the walls.
But I want to burn stuff.
Boo, I rolled a 24.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what the base is for locate secret compartments.
I'll tell you now because I got this go.
I think starting is like 16 or something like that.
I'll tell you now.
Really low.
The base is 15.
For locate secret compartments?
Yes, the base is 15.
Okay.
Locate secret doors and compartments. No, in fucking D&D, where there's a new percentile. Be right back.
Hold on, check.
He has attention.
That's a lot higher than I thought. Okay.
And
Yeah, it's 15 plus 5. All right, so you're not able to find anything. Once he closes that door again, the noise is more manageable, but that echoed throughout the entire cavern. So I'm just going to take that off as you move, assuming you're going to keep moving down that corridor.
yeah,
That is the plan, yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna walk around the hole, up in the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, giving it a wide berth.
Okay.
and walking down the corridor.
So, eventually, Lou,
Yep.
my turn around, I'm going to try to do locate secret compartments again. I'm just going to be tapping.
On what?
Pause. Like the rock floor, the walls, whatever.
All right,
Like,
so
before we
there's
get out
going to
the
be
forge.
diminishing returns on that, just so that we're clear,
Okay.
especially since you're untrained. The fact that your percentage is super low is only relative to your not being trained, and not even if you knew what you were looking for, you probably don't know what you're looking for.
Right.
Okay, hold on for a second. You go down this. You continue down this corridor, and it makes a right turn. The corridor, as all right, marching order, because it.
I'm taking point.
All right, Ilana is staying with you, even though you are being extremely creepy. You seem to be the only one in her mind, and I'm going to say this out loud, that is actually trying to get through this, as opposed to these murder hobos who want to fight everything. Now, she's like, "Are you sure?"
I'll take the rear.
This is. I'm not so sure about this anymore, but please be careful. And she's like, "Are you're
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
okay."
Remember your training.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, my bad. Too soon?
Yeah, a little bit. Now, she's like, yep, fine, yeah, and looks back at everyone. She's like, We're doing great. And just keeps
You
walking.
are a filthy liar.
The corridor goes down about another 100 steps to where you see a reddish glowing light that is illuminating a small. It's casting a weird shadow as it turns and makes a sharp turn to the right.
Sharp turn to the right.
Yep. And
Peek
you
around
notice
the corner.
you notice the red light maybe about 30 feet from it, and this will give you. She's like, wait, what is that? That can't be good. Red means bad, right? Red means bad.
Yeah, sure. All the time. And by the way, with a really sinister smile, I put up my thumb and I'm like, good job.
Did I miss something?
Aside from him being a dick, no.
Oh, nothing important? Okay.
Let me know when I can roll again, Lou.
Hit it.
So
Was
is
my
it-
50% right, or am I still wrong?
it's a shadow.
Wait, what are we talking
that's being
about?
cast.
Did you send
Blue.
a DM or something? Because I'm not looking
Blue.
at Discord.
You talking about
No,
the
it's the shadow
skill
that's being
percentage?
cast.
Wait.
Yes.
One at a time. I was talking to Cody Khan because he's pulling up the rear. So was there anything specific that you were looking for?
Me?
Yeah.
I wasn't searching for anything because I
Oh,
know
okay.
he was.
No,
I was
I
just
see.
trying to secure the door to make sure that they don't come in after
Okay.
us.
Well, you did the best that you could. The locking mechanisms are relatively crude, considering some of the complex traps that have been laid here. So catching up with the rest of the group, seeing. And by the way, that tapping sound that Silverwind is doing is echoing throughout this entire hall. In addition to anyone who has metal armor.
I do.
Okay, so with
So do I.
in addition to
Which
the
gotta love
two clinkling metal armors, that tapping sound is like tick 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 tick. Just
Well,
want to point that out. Now, you get to the 30-foot mark.
Here's my roll.
Yeah. Well, didn't you already roll?
0-1. No, I said when I can get a chance
Okay.
to roll, if I can get a chance.
Ooh, that's even worse. That's even worse than a 24.
I'm gonna go over to the Silverwind and gently put my hand on her elbow and tell her to please stop.
No means no. I judo chop him in his throat.
Judo chop. Do you know who I am? Do you know how
I'm
Well,
use
you
my
have a
special-
name tag.
I'm gonna use my special trump attack on her crotch. Anyway,
Wow.
You are dumb.
Use
All right,
one shot,
anyway.
one kill on him.
So you you make your way towards it, and she's like, she's not touching you, but she's essentially your coat as you go near. Now, the thing about it is there's that light that's coming from behind you from her oil lamp. So I want to make sure that we're
Right.
clear on the logistics of what you guys are in. And I'm speaking specifically to Bastard. When you get to
All
that...
right.
Okay, go ahead. You were going to say something.
No, I'm listening.
Okay. You get to the
I
corner.
want to hear the
you-
description.
You get to the corner, you peek, and...
Be right back, guys.
fuck you. So... I'm sorry. You get to the border, you peek, and there is what looks like a open space, but for this large metal chandelier. I'm not describing it correctly, but it's hanging, and there's a red glow in the center of it. Doesn't seem to be coming from a candle. It's not a wick, but it's definitely magical because no candle, no wick burns red. This red, deep red, crimson red. And I'm going to show you in a minute once you guys get to where you're going to get to. Now,
That's not
from where
good.
you are to that space, and you can see this metal. It looks like a metal gate, approximately 5 to 6 feet from the archway of that entrance, the archway that would enter into that space, and it goes from left to right, from right to left. Excuse me.
I look back. Hey, Malice, you want to take a look at this?
So I walk ahead and go and take a look.
Okay. What you see looks eerily like a staircase to the left, from right to left, like a railing for a staircase.
So like it's like the main foyer of like a castle or something like that. Whereas walk in, you will have like you said, like a big chandelier in the middle, 2 staircases that go up to like a second floor.
That's a lot of speculation from where you're standing. No, it could be, but there's nothing from where you're standing that suggests that is what it is.
No movement, Lou?
None that you can detect. Okay, so Corticon is I don't know.
Corticon is AFK.
No, he's there.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna hold your you describe it. You're the one that's doing the.
I'm gonna hold that elbow and I'm gonna look for what she's trying to find. So I'm gonna do search for secret compartments.
Oh, you talking about
Yes.
Silverwind?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Secret.
So Malice,
I got a 3 out of 60.
Okay.
If there's any, I'll probably find it.
There are none. Not in your immediate vicinity.
All right, so I'll let her know so she can stop tapping. Because I'm a
Malice,
rat, and that sound is really loud for me.
Malice, what's the red thing?
I'm sorry.
How
I
long?
apologize.
Lou, it hasn't even been a minute, right?
No, it's several minutes past.
Several minutes past?
Yeah.
Okay. So my cloak, my black leather cloak is over me. My hood is up. I'm walking in.
Okay. Give me 1 sec here.
I will walk side by side with Malice,
All right.
who decided to just start walking right ahead
Walking.
before letting me know if that red thing in the chandelier or bowl or whatever it is that's hanging, is an issue we should be worried about before we go walking right into it.
Okay. The closer you get to it, the more you can see the metal lattice, the metal framework for where this light is emanating from. And it opens up into a larger room, and I just posted it so you can see on Roll20. It opens up into this library. There's volumes of books all along the wall. There's the lattice work that you saw was in fact a railing. And you're at the top level, which if you look at the illustration, which is, it's a representation, it's not exact, but to your left, it goes about 40 to 50 feet, and then it turns to a staircase going down, and you can see books everywhere, scrolls, parchments, and these red lights.
Wow. It almost seems like it was a library or a study.
So the red lights, if it's like that, that means I could walk up to it and look at it, right?
Yeah, well once you get close, it's a trick of perception. From where you were standing, it looks like it was close, but the closer you get, the further away it is. It's just that the light you were focusing solely on that light, because the rest of this room outside of your oil lamps is completely dark. There are spots where that red light is, and it looks like. Just give me a second. So on certain spots within the room, like on a table, on an old moldy table with some open and closed scrolls, or rolled up parchments, not scrolls themselves. You can see them there. They're set in lamps, and then along the walls in certain sections of this library, you can see them. They're there enough to illuminate the sections that they're in, but not to give a full layout of this room. It's only until you bring your lights to bear that you can get a full scope of this place.
I just want to approach one of the lights to see what it is. It looks more like a stone that's illuminating.
Okay. So
correct?
you get to the first one. It's posted on the. It's hung on a hook on that wall, and the thing is probably about 2.5 to 3 feet tall, and it's octagonal. And you can see the metal bars. It crisscrosses here and there. It has sharp points at its ends. You know, like the lattice work is bent to a sharp point where the hook goes into it. And it's, how tall are you?
My character is, if I'm correct, is like 6 feet tall. I'll tell you. Yep, 6 feet.
Okay, so you would need to stand on something to see what it is, or to try to take it down, because the way the hook is tall enough that you would need to lift it and then pull it over.
Question, Louis.
Yeah.
Is the description exactly as the photo, or does it change a little bit in your game?
What do you mean?
Meaning, like, it looks somewhat like that photo, or is it that photo? Because there is some
for the most part, the layout is the same, but where the red lights are, you see where those pillars are.
Yeah,
they're hanging not in every pillar, but in like every so often, like every third pillar, you will see one of them that's hanging.
Okay.
There. So the first one that you get into, you would need to you would once you enter into this room, you get a full layout of it. It's 2 floors. There's giant holes directly below you that go into what looks like another section of this library that caved in over time, and all of these books, every row, there is a chain link that goes through right across the books themselves.
Okay.
If I had to describe it,
to access these books without disrupting that chain.
Yeah, every chain that goes horizontally across the row has another set of chains that go into the book binding itself. It's its own link chain that goes into the book bindings. It's an amazing achievement of patience to be able to do this, because there are hundreds of books in this place.
Now, Louis, when I look at the way the chain goes in, does it look like you're allowed to pull the book out, read it, but you can't take it?
That's a good. You could come to that guess. Yeah, there's enough length in the chain to be able to pull the book out, not knowing how big the book is. You know, they're varying sizes, but you can pull the book out and possibly read them. Yes.
Is there titles that I could see? Is it a language? Now, I could read and speak all languages, so.
You can read or speak, or both?
Both.
Okay.
Understand language.
There are ancient forms of Elvish and Dwarvish, and there are books that ascribe to what's the word I'm looking for? Nether realms. In other words, tomes that are written in foul black speech. And then there's history. There are cartography books. So they're not set in a particular order, except it to you. And do you have investigation before I continue? And what is everybody else doing while he's asking this question?
So
looking around.
Well, I lean in towards Alana and I say,
because you
see what you were looking for.
Her eyes are like anime size with the 3 dots that are like quivering. She's like,
okay, look.
This is it.
So,
and she immediately starts drifting towards the volumes, like where she's passing. Let's just say for this particular part in the scene, you're at that first section of books, Malice. That's where you're looking at. The sconce that's with the red light is right there on that pillar to your right. She floats past you. And by floats, I don't mean literally, but she just like is in awe. She has her lamplight and she's just looking through the volumes, just like She doesn't even know, like a person that's like in a candy store. She's like, she wants to touch, but she's just like nervous and is floating through that. All right, so let me just go around the room here. So I'm gonna start with Bastard because you were with Malice and Alana.
I'm going to stick with Alana to make sure she doesn't get herself in trouble.
Okay.
Since she's the literal squishy here.
Okay.
Squishy.
Mm-hmm.
And also keep an eye out for what's around us. Like, how many entrances and exits do I see? We came in through one area.
Mm-hmm.
This has got multiple levels.
Yep.
I see the big main door.
Yes.
Down on the lowest level. Are there any other doorways?
From where you're standing, there is a door where that main entrance is directly to the right of that, which would put you directly across from where you're standing, directly across to your left. You can see a door that's there. Then on the far end of you can't see anything directly below you because it's because of the angle. But from across the room, you can see that door on the bottom left. There's a door that's on the same position across from you, from where you came in, leading down another cavern, another hall. And there's a door to the on the bottom right of that room. But that one is on one hinge. And it's busted inward. Okay, so let's go to Silverwind.
I'm going to walk around. You said it was scrolls also, right?
Everywhere. But they're all on the second level. They're all on the lower level.
I'm going to go down to the lower level and check out the scrolls.
Okay, so that's what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to look through them, see if I can find anything interesting.
Okay.
Not just for myself, but for Miss Alana, who's right now drooling like a drunkard at a bar.
Pretty much. All right, so Zell, and then we'll go to Cordy Khan because he took the rear position.
All right, so I'm gonna basically here at how do I explain this? I'm going to use my magical skills in order to see what's enchanted and what's not.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but can you see anything that I've shown?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
because I'm not on the roll point.
I'm gonna put it in.
No. I'll just stream it to Discord so he can see it. Okay.
Can you go on to Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mike's going to do that. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. All right, so he's going to show you everything that I've already displayed.
Yeah, and I kind of got the gist from your description.
Okay, good.
What I'm doing is just my my sense magic skills and recognize enchantment to differentiate between those tomes that may have some magical properties as opposed to the mundane ones.
Okay. Now, those are automatic without PPE, or do you need to expend PPE to use them?
No PPE for those. They're actual skills, and it's a percentile roll.
Okay. All right. So you would need to.
With that, I will sign off, and you can let me know whether I succeeded or not.
All right. So you're not coming back?
Nah, I can't. I'm about to start.
Okay. No worries. So
hey, folks, can you all still hear me?
Yep, we can hear you
loud and clear.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Okay. So coming back to and Cordy Khan, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip you.
No, that's fine. As I see her floating towards the books, I scamper my way up towards her from up behind her. I put my hand on her middle of her back, and I slide a mask over her face.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
And after I give her that one, I start to hand out masks to the rest of them.
All right. So she notices you, but it doesn't stop the scream of flight. No, not the jolt. She's like, oh, please Please stop doing that. What are you doing?
Wasn't it? I didn't do it.
So she's like, what are you doing? What is this? Why are you why do you have this on my face?
I tell her, these are books. Books carry mold. Mold carries disease.
She's like, oh yeah, good point.
I start handing out masks to the rest of them.
I'll put the mask on.
Okay.
Does it affect my sight?
It does.
No.
Well, I mean, what kind of
No.
mask are we talking? Oh, just the
Face
breathe,
mask.
just breathing.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was
what
do you call it? The plague doctor's mask. That some
like
people,
doctor's mask?
some
Okay.
people seem to
Yeah,
gravitate
I
to.
mean,
mean,
it has the same. It's basically the same concept though, because the pocket that goes over your face has herbs and stuff
Okay.
protect, but it's not that giant beak and it doesn't cover your eyes.
Okay.
So I mean, you can still get, the mold and shit in your eyes and stuff. But
Okay. Silver One's going to be a little bit tricky because she's further ahead, unless you just run the catch up to her.
Yeah,
You just throw it to me.
I move up. I remember I moved up to the bastard and
Yeah, and Silver One moved past them towards and is rounding the turn to get to the staircase to go down.
yeah, well, I'll go to catch up to her.
Okay.
After but like I said, up the gauntlet. I give everyone one, and I scamper up to go catch up to her.
Silver One. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right. So, Malice, you get. What specifically were you doing after all of this happened, and you're now you're facing one of these books? Are you going to still examine the light, or are you going to examine the books? What are you doing?
So what I'm gonna do is
Got it.
I'm gonna do detect concealment because that'll show me wards and any type of protections that it has on there.
Is that a spell?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is, I'll tell you right now. Six PP, 30-foot of area effect.
Okay.
Do I have it correct, Lou? Because
No,
that's
no,
what happened before.
That's why I was looking at it to make sure.
Because that's what we were doing before. I would do it, and it would show me if there's.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I need to make sure is that I'm keeping track of your PPE usage. So. Okay. So that takes a second to resolve. You do that. You open your eyes to this place, and in your immediate area, you don't see anything out of place outside of exactly what you're looking at. This entire library is out of place here, and the way that it's set up, you've never encountered something like this. It's almost as if it's almost a modern day bank vault of information.
Right. Now the chains, do I see where they stop, or do they go through the wall?
The chains themselves, they go into the stone, into the wood.
So is it like?
So you don't see an originating point, like a original link that's holding it there.
So I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna tell Alana and Bastard, because they're kind of the closest to me, right?
Correct.
They're just looking at another. Please do not touch these books.
As if on cue, she was reaching out for one, and she's like, "Why?"
I believe that if we touch it, it might disturb something.
But
This whole setup. First thing is, there's no magic that I see on it, but the chain goes through the wall. It's not an ending point. You pull, it lets something know. something might come. Don't touch it. I understand I'm in the same situation you are. I want to just stay here for the rest of my life and read as much as I can. But I'm telling you, it'll be bad if you touch the books.
Okay. She's like, but
now if we find books on a desk that are not chained, that's a little bit of a different story.
She looks at you. She's like, but that's what we're here for. And then turns to you, Bastard. She's like, that is what we're here for, right?
I remind you, this is your mission. You heard this.
Yeah,
we're just saying.
She's like, yes, you're right. This is the job that I've contracted you for. It's like, so if we can't read or take any of these books, then what's the point? We can't assume that this is just going to stay here now that it's been discovered.
I am telling you right now, you are messing with things far beyond our control. Like, this is a little example of what we already went through within the last couple of hours. How long has it been, Lou? Because it really hasn't been a couple hours, like an hour?
More or less, yeah. An hour,
okay.
Hour and a half, 2 hours
so
maybe.
The hour of time, what we have dealt with and what we have seen that we normally have never seen. I've been around for a long time. I've never seen those creatures that eat metal before. I'm just telling you. There are things that we will be able to get, but there are some things we just can't disturb. Don't think that you're going to have a whole archaeologist group come in here and just start taking stuff. We're, like I said, let's be patient. Let's see what we can find. If we can find a way to disconnect it and take it apart, then it's a great thing. But if you go right now and you pull one of the books, I don't know what's going to happen, but I have a very bad feeling about it.
Listen to that man.
And I've been around very much longer than you.
Okay, so
Alana, I suggest you listen to him. Wouldn't want anything happen to that beautiful form of yours.
At this point,
I would listen to your friend if I were you.
I am definitely looking around to see where that came from.
Echoes throughout the entire room.
This place has nothing but death for all who do come here.
And Silverwind, you're frozen in place as you were coming down the steps. You were at the first landing just after Corticon gave you the mask, and I'm assuming went back to the rest of the group. Or were you just going with Silverwind?
But I stick with her because she's ahead.
Okay. So that means that you both stick there. Now, both of you have night vision, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So in this room, your night vision is actually an advantage because there are lights in small pockets. So you're able to get a good sense of it. This tracking the sound, not that hard, and there was no real attempt to conceal. I'm going to show you exactly. Just across, hidden in a nook, there's someone there that's in your line of sight. He has a book in his hands. It's sunken in eyes. His nose is mostly gone. You would think he was a dried up corpse until you see one of the pages move with its long, desiccated finger.
I guess you're the librarian here? Or you're trapped here?
I am the ward of this place. I mean you no harm. The warning was to save your lives. Leave this place. There is nothing but death for you here.
But there's somebody here that seeks knowledge. She's very, very enthralled by finding this.
Ah, yes. The knowledge seekers. Look at this place. Do you think anything here would be beneficial to the world outside? This
Maybe not
place
everything. Maybe
is
one little tidbit of
cursed.
something. It was something for her to go back to instead of her being a laughing stock of her coming here and people ridiculing her. Some of the greatest people out there are the people that go beyond their fears and take that leap. She's taking a leap. Of course, she has us as a little bit of backup to make sure nothing goes crazy around her, but she's taking the leap. And something that won't be harmful, but something that shows that she found knowledge. She found something that was forgotten. Something to put her name on a map.
Flips another page and turns his head towards you, but not completely, just enough that you can see the like the reflection, the cat's eye reflection from that's catching the light from his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes back to his book.
Very well. Do what you wish, but you have been warned.
Can I ask you a question then?
If you must.
Can you guide us to a section in which we can delve into without bringing any harm to the outside world that you would recommend, besides us just leaving empty-handed?
I am afraid I cannot. I am bound here. I only offer the warning. Others would not be so kind.
I thank you for your kindness.
You are welcome, traveler. Be well.
So,
One more question.
Look between the two of them and just like, I have no idea what to say.
He's like,
Yeah, basically.
because you're
What about-
Elven. By the way, he's speaking in Elvish. So if anyone doesn't speak Elvish, you didn't understand a damn thing he just said.
What about a favor for a favor?
He stops mid-page turn and then lets it rest again.
A bargain. What do
Yes.
you have in mind?
How about a little bit of knowledge that won't bring any harm to the outside world to give this young lady her clout as well as recognition? And I do a favor for you in return.
Silverhand?
Something that doesn't involve me having to kill somebody, but maybe to retrieve a lost tome or something that somebody got away with.
Silverhand? This a bad idea?
What use have I of a favor such as that? Offer.
What'd he say?
What use have I for such a thing? Offer something interesting, and perhaps I should help you, or perhaps I should not.
It's all a matter of the roll of the dice.
Fuck the dice.
No, go ahead. What specifically are you trying to do?
Who, me?
Yeah, because I'm a little confused with the
I'm specifically trying to see if I can get some type of tome of knowledge for this girl.
No.
it causing it-
I know that. I'm saying, like, I'm trying to understand what the bargain is on your end.
The bargain is that I owe him a favor. That if he tasks me with something, I have to go out
okay.
and get it, bring it back.
So then let's go back to this here.
Mm-hmm.
What use of a favor such as that have I? I am bound to this place. I cannot leave.
Isn't there something in the outside world that you wanted to taste or drink or eat or read? A nursery rhyme, a children's book? Dirty Limerick, Tales of Adventurers
Tasted
that used to run
nothing.
around.
I've tasted nothing for centuries. I have seen no sky. I have tasted no wind. The sounds of the forest are lost to me. All that exists here.
When he does that, you can hear the cricket. It takes over the room. And he puts
Almost
his
like
hand back.
He's upset.
No. Just the movement.
Just his skin.
Oh.
Just the cracking of his skin and his tendons popping from his fingers as he's moving them up to the side of his temple.
Lou, I pull out my copy that I have on me of my engineering book, the one that's supposed to be the tone that my teacher gave me.
Okay.
And I tell him I will trade this knowledge for the young lady. And I hand him the book.
You have to go down and across to hand him that book. You're nowhere near him.
So I will.
Could I take it to him? Or you?
We'll go together.
Well, I was gonna go by myself, so it makes no sense for both of us to get killed just in case.
Well, I go with you because if we're gonna die, then we're gonna take it with us because I got enough bombs to fucking take out this room.
God, I'm with war crimes. Sweet Christmas.
Pretty much. What,
Well,
if
it ain't
anything,
war
are you two guys doing upstairs as you're listening to this conversation? I did notice that Bastard was saying your name a couple of times, Silverwind.
Yeah, I looked back at him and I
Like
gave
that
him a nod.
whole Silverwind. Seriously, what the fuck? But he stopped at Silverwind.
So Lou, basically, I did hear a conversation of Silverwind with whoever was talking,
You did,
right?
yeah.
In Elvish, yeah.
From where,
Elvish
yeah,
Dragonese.
from where you guys are, you can only make out like a corner of the book that he's holding, and like his left leg that's covered in a cloak, a robed cloak.
Right.
So Lou, I'm gonna head towards that way.
Same here.
Okay. And
I'm sticking with Alana because leaving her by herself to whatever.
well, she's not
Well,
looking.
she's
She's
not
no
paying
longer
attention.
looking at the book. She's looking at her eyes are like saucers at that sound. It's not the sound of a human voice. It's
Right.
the sound that comes from a voice box that hasn't been used in forever. Scratchy, echoey. It's otherworldly, and she's just like, I really wish you wouldn't speak for me. I don't want you all to do that. That's not what we're here for. So he's like, please stop her.
This is what adventuring is, love.
Wait, say that again. I couldn't hear.
This is what adventuring is, love.
She gives you a look like, what the fuck? And starts walking behind Malice to get a closer look.
I keep pace with her. I'm walking behind her because I like the view.
Totally get that. All right. When you two get down to that first level, the stonework that makes up this floor is it's uneven, and there are sections that are collapsed into a chamber below. The chamber below, you can't really make out too much. One of those light sources had fallen into the one that's immediately to your right as you get to the bottom of the landing. There is a separate library down there. This one is it's strange in that the image of these books and the books themselves seem to be like behind like a blurry screen that comes in and out, and the only reason why you're even able to recognize it is from that red light. That's what you see when you get to the bottom level. Again, stonework.
But this no chain.
There are no chains on those books. Now, he's directly across, approximately 30 feet away, and the closer you get to seeing him, he's not under any light. It is, but your vision is adjusting to where you can see the chains that are emanating from his body. Not emanating, but it looks like they're linked into his brain, his chin, around his head. So he, in other words, he was not joking or telling a tale that he's bound to this place.
Oh, I'm looking at my natural abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And it says here that I have a night vision of 40 feet, right?
Yep.
But then
Oh, buddy, you're soaked.
Then it continues to say that I got an excellent passive night vision that says it needs a source of light.
Yes.
At 1,200 feet, and I can make out shapes really well.
Okay.
Fairly well.
So in other words, you're able to have it's essentially telling you that you have dark vision up to approximately 40 feet.
Oh, okay. So I just wanted to make sure.
So yeah, all right. So we'll keep that. Remind me next time, and that's strictly a racial thing. So everyone has the traditional dark vision. You the dark vision. Everyone, you have dark vision with light source up to 1,200 feet, and night vision, or reverse that. Night vision up to 12 feet, 1,200 feet with light source, and then with no light source, it says you can see at 40 feet.
It says I have a night vision of 40 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have an excellent passive night vision at 1,200 feet.
Okay.
Also, my whiskers are sensitive and help me maneuver in the dark, or when blind, usual penalties are halved.
Okay.
In keen hearing, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so, is there a way? Is there a way to make it to him, to bring him the book?
Yeah, you can make it through, but it's the reason why I bring up the floor is because it doesn't look like it is safe.
Right. That's what I was asking. I do have a skill because of my race, to evaluate architecture and stuff. So I would use that to navigate my way towards him using the secure parts.
Okay. What's the skill percentage?
I'm trying to find it. I know it's here. I read it somewhere.
Lou, can we walk up to him, or is it like?
No, it's everything I just described for them as far as the ground level and the uneven flooring and all that stuff. That's what you're encountering when you get to that.
So basically, the conversation that Silverwind had was across this opening on the floor.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so I guess.
Sorry if I didn't make that clear, but yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I guess it would be the underground architecture skill.
Okay, we'll give you that.
All right, so it's 40%.
Okay, so unfortunately, you're not. You're trying to get a sense of whether or not it's safe, but at this point, it's 50-50.
All right, so I look up at Silverwind, and I tell her I don't know if I can find a way safe over.
Well, you're 6 feet.
Find a
so
what?
You're a safe way over.
You look down at her.
Why? Why not?
She's 6 feet tall. I'm 5 and change.
Okay.
Didn't I?
No, I'm not 6 feet.
Who's 6 feet? I'm 5'9". I'm 5'6". How tall are you?
Malice is 6 feet.
Oh,
I'm 5'9".
you're 5'9". She's 3 inches
Okay,
taller.
it doesn't
So
matter.
I look at it straight.
Okay. Either way, he turns to you and tells you it doesn't feel like it's safe. So, your response.
I can't seem to find a real safe way over.
What is it, like a little chasm or something? A chasm or something? Or
The floor is damaged, and it falls down to below us pretty far.
Maybe because if you go and you get close to him, you replace him.
His voice is echoing throughout this room because he's still upstairs.
old one. Would it be rude if we tossed this book to you? Because we can't make it over.
It would be extraordinarily rude. No one throws a book in a library. Were you raised in a barn?
No, I wasn't raised in a barn. I take the book from him.
Almost.
I believe you.
With that last, it was clearly meant in jest. So there's a snicker at the end of it.
Oh. So I take the book and so I say, "Forgive me for throwing it to you," and I try to
Do I see him ready to throw a book?
You do.
on the table, underhanded on the table. So
There's no table in front of him. He's sitting at a bench with his back to the shelf.
oh, so
Silverwind.
huh?
1 second.
How far away is the How far away is he?
About 40 feet away.
Let me help you. I can help in this situation.
Huh?
I'm gonna.
So let me to give you a sense of the distance. You're standing on one street. He's standing on right across the street from you. So that's what, 40, 50 feet away?
Mhm.
Okay.
From sidewalk to sidewalk? Yeah.
Yes, that's a hell of a throw.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
okay.
that's your block. That's throwing across the street.
Yeah.
So in Elven, I'm gonna say greetings.
Greetings to you.
So I'm gonna talk to Silverwind in Elvish.
I have not encountered one of your kind for such a long time. It
Zip.
pleases me to
Put the
see
thing on.
I'm gonna.
you are still that you count your lot amongst the living.
Yes. Yeah, I've been around for a very long time. So I'm gonna ask Silverwind for the book.
All right, give you back the book.
I'm gonna use telekinesis, Lou, and I'm gonna delicately bring it to him.
Okay.
His hands,
What's that?
or wherever he's at, like
Is
on his
that
lap.
spell or or ISP?
PPE.
And
10.
10. Okay. All right. You float it over, and he snaps his book closed, puts it on his lap gingerly, and then reaches out with one chained hand as you rest it on his hand. Looks over. It just turns it over in his hands as he's regarding it.
A fine edition. And what
You said an excellent.
a fine,
Engineering
a
transcript.
fine edition.
Flipping it open. He's going through some of the pages.
Crudely drawn. Very insightful. Plans. This is from your kind, is it not?
No. It was I was under the tutelage of a dwarf engineer.
Dwarf.
Some of it is dwarven concept. Some of it is of my own.
I see. That would explain this grammatical error and this clear flaw in engineering. Dwarves. I see they've lost a lot. They've lost much over the centuries. But it is acceptable.
He closes it. There's you could see a chain immediately linked to the bottom half of the binding, and he lifts it, and it sort of like in Hellraiser fashion, it zips through that narrow corridor of the library section, and just above on the second floor, you can hear the chain like shh, and just snaps into the archive.
Now, as we have bargained,
he stands. As standing gives you a good sense of his overall size. He's
huge.
approximately 8.5 feet tall, and
Out of character. Behemoth. Keep it in the circus.
nice. You've all seen Game of Thrones, right? The way the maesters are dressed, with the heavy robes and the cloak, and he points. Once he points and draws all of your attention to where he's pointing, and on that long table in the room of the uneven flooring, there's a book there that wasn't there before.
I bid you farewell.
I bow
And many
and I
blessings
make
on your
my way.
travels, fellow
I bow to him also.
scholars. But be warned, there are those of us who we call the keepers of the great knowledge, who will not be as forgiving or
Not forgiving.
who will not be so kind as to part with their knowledge. I was never asked to be a keeper, so I am only bound by my oath to keep this place. But that I give to you willingly.
So
With that, he turns and starts walking down that aisle and disappears into the blackness.
Yeah, so I make my way over to the book. I collect the book,
Mm-hmm.
and I make my way over to the girl,
Okay.
Alana.
Alana, and I hand her the book.
So she's like, "What did you do?" It's like,
I traded knowledge for knowledge.
"Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
And what are we here for?
Not to give away knowledge, to gain it."
Well, we
And we
traded
gained it.
knowledge. We didn't give it away.
Okay. Well, there you go. You have knowledge. You have a book from this place.
Shut up, perv! No, I'm just kidding.
Do you know what you've done that we've all done in tandem with a little bit of fighting? What you have in your hand right now, you have something that nobody else probably does not have in that town. And not for nothing, people talk in the bars. They talk about you like a dog. I've slapped a couple of people
That
on your
doesn't
behalf.
matter to me. I don't care what those cretins think.
That wasn't you.
However,
Book
you
it.
have something that can give you more clout than all the studying you've done over the years.
So
At the very least, you gained something that you wanted.
Not to mention that book can probably teach you something else in there that nobody else knows. But be careful.
excuse me.
Ah, son of a bitch. Is the old guy still there?
No.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You forgot something, huh?
Yes.
Damn it!
So, Lou, is there any other doors, like pathways or doors
Plenty.
out of here, or going back is the only way?
No, there's plenty.
Treasure troves.
It's to your-
vault.
No, there's plenty of doors,
I mean,
according
if
to
You
the
look
description
at
and the picture.
the, yeah. Now, the what was I gonna say? As you're all just talking, and she's just like, "Wait, I can't." And she's the book is heavy. It looks like a heavy leather bind, It's definitely not new because of the way the pages have been yellowed. But there's a metal, leather metal lock that goes over the tome itself, and it's bound, but there's no keyhole.
Any writing?
Not there's symbology on that on the cover page of that book.
Anything I would know?
No, it's not necessarily words. It's just like I said. It looks like it was created by a very old diabolist. So
Lore magic.
Take a look at it.
So
Demon and Devil lore.
Essentially,
elven lore.
It has aspects of all of elven, dwarven. It has devil markings in it. It has angelic script in it.
Very.
It has it has the 5 pillars of that era: elf, dwarf, and angelic, demonic, and it also has some dragonese in there.
Here we have the Necronomicon. I take it and throw it right back. Hell no. Thank you, but no thank you.
You stupid. He's just like, wait, what does it say?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. To the no, no.
All right.
So you said the symbology. What's the symbols that are on it?
The symbols, they could be they look like partial symbols for summoning circles. And there's also some there's runic. So it's a panoply of different scripts, and when you look at it the first time, and this goes for everybody, if your eyes move away from the book for even a second, you come back to it and it's different.
So I rest my hand on her
not
shoulder.
hugely different, not like completely different, but there's certain there's certain pieces of it that seem to change.
So, like I said, I rest my hand on her shoulder. She's holding the book,
And she's
and
like, huh?
I look up. I look up at her, and I told her, "We may have acquired your knowledge for you, but I think your quest is just the beginning."
Okay. I don't know what that means, but
It's not easy.
So I ask. She's in her confusion. I ask her gently, like, "What do you wish to do now?
All right.
Do
So
you wish to continue forward?"
with that, now there's a rumbling. So you're all on the bottom level.
Mhm.
There's a rumbling sound. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, do we have an idea of where it's coming from?
Just give her a minute. She
I
can.
don't know. Damn rust monsters.
The rest of us.
Man, tired of those rust monsters. I will set fire to the soul library.
All right. With that is. It's building. And
It's getting closer.
you need me to redo that one so you can hear it again?
We can,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
You got it?
barely hear it. No.
All right, hold on. So with that rumbling.
What the fuck?
Okay, up the stairs.
Lou, does it sound like the centipede, or
It's
was it the centipede?
here's what I will say. As you say, it's like, wait, that sounded like, and to your left, just an explosion of rock.
Oh.
Where that opening was is the biggest fucking centipede you've ever seen. It goes from the hole to the ceiling, and it's approximately 15 feet wide, with its pincers extending about 6 to 7 feet in front of it.
Roll for initiative.
As it splits from the floor to the ceiling, it hits the ceiling. Huge chunks of rock fall from where you came, sealing that exit. And it's blocking that central portcullis that's right there at the end. So you have three egresses. But one is dangerous because it's closer to it. So that's from where it is to your left, or for those of you who are facing it, to your right, straight ahead to your right, angled about 90 degrees. That's that first exit. That's the first doorway. To the farthest end of the room, that's going directly behind. That's another egress. And then there's one upstairs that was directly across from where you came in. So in other words...
What about the big hole in the floor?
The big hole in the floor is the third, but that is about a 30-foot drop. And the exit that's on your level, all the way to the back of the room, is littered with holes. From where the stonework had fallen through, and as this thing bursts through, other chunks just fell through. So again, leaving the distinct impression that this flooring could go at any point.
Okay. Which door is the nearest door?
Let's go to the door behind us.
Okay.
The door behind us?
I will cover the rear in case it comes lunging at us.
Say what?
I got your back.
So she lets out a scream.
And I distract her by grabbing and squeezing her ass and say, "Move forward!"
It does have a slight effect, and then she's like, "What are you doing?"
And I move her forward to follow the rest of the group.
Okay, so again, the closest door is in the direct path of this thing. It's
not that door.
Okay.
No.
The door you would have to go up the stairs and up the stairs towards it, and then go back and double back around the railing to go back to the other opposite end. So either way you look at it, the doors, the egress that is furthest away from this thing is on your level, but that's pockmarked with the ground, with the holes, the holy ground, and then there's the one going up to the second level, but you'd have to go past it in order to, you guys get what I'm saying.
I get it.
All right, look, fuck this noise. This is what I'm
We have to
gonna do.
go up the stairs and then move towards it and double back to go to the other end. I got it.
Correct.
Lou,
So-
this is what I'm gonna do. I'll pull out my Arbalist.
Mm-hmm.
I grab one of the bolts on my Arbalist. I tie a cable to it, and I shoot it to the hole across, to the opening that's across from us,
Mm-hmm.
with all the potholes in the ground. And I secure the other end of the rope to the staircase there.
Okay.
And I tell everyone to hold on to the rope and run.
So what we're gonna do is
Roll for initiative?
roll for an initiative.
Natural 20. Close enough.
Okay. Did you roll for initiative?
Oh, that's close enough.
All right.
Nobody likes to show off.
Alice got a 10.
Nobody likes to show off. Quit bullying me, man.
Okay.
So you know what I'm trying to say, right, Lou?
Yes. So you're
Okay.
trying to Batman it, but you're Ratman.
Right.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Pickle. That's Rat Rick.
Pickle Rick. All right.
Rat Rick.
So now we're just waiting on
Bastard.
Bastard.
Is a 9.
Again,
All right. I'm gonna roll for
I got
Zell.
an 11 last time.
I'm gonna roll for Zell. That's a 4.
Oh, right. He got a 4.
No, that's gotta be like 27.
Actually,
Shut up.
yeah, he automatically goes last. So, Cordy Khan, what did you roll? 19.
I rolled a 19.
All right.
So my action that I said is what I did.
And Silverwind's 15. And
Do we roll for the girl, or is she just gonna follow
She's just gonna follow. She
Hmm.
in this scenario, she failed a horror factor.
You know who I think she is? She reminds me of
Even after we got about the ass. Agent Paper, but not really that good.
Rachel Weisz from The Mummy. That's who she is.
Yeah, that's a good.
Nah, Rachel Weisz kind of badass.
She was a little badass towards the end, but in the beginning,
Yeah, she was. But in the beginning, she was mousy.
Yeah.
You saw what she did on that ladder, which I call BS on. Like you couldn't just go down, go across, move the ladder, climb back up.
All right, I'm gonna make. Did I roll?
No, because it's a woman. Logical thinking does not exist.
Ouch.
I put one up for the cancel culture.
Okay.
And it must have been a woman that wrote RoboCop with the Ed 209 having bullets inside of it. So
That's all I got to do.
okay, so whose go is it?
Give me 1 second.
Hey, Malice. On your character sheet, if you put -80 in the initiative box, it'll stop doing that dumb shit.
Yeah, and what you do also is this: whatever bonus you have to initiative, you actually have to initiative, just subtract it from the -80.
All right. So
Like,
here's
for me,
here's what we
okay.
need to do. I need to take a quick break, and then we will come right back.
kind of stall it so that way we can get past it.
What you're trying to do is sneaky. All right. Now here we are.
Well,
we are back.
Well, when your turn comes up, that's when you get the chance to do that.
So I did your initiative, and you are far down on that list. So let's go by the initiative order, shall we? The initial order is Corticon and then the Centipede. So, Corticon.
Oh, jeez.
What'd you roll for my initiative, Dan?
A 4.
A 4.
Yeah. Even with my bonuses, it's still not that bad. It's not that good.
Centipede was a 4.
No, the Centipede was a 15.
Yeah, I still wouldn't beat it with my bonuses. I think I only got like a 6 or a 7.
All right, so that would make your roll an 11, because I didn't add the bonus. That was just a raw 20. All right, so Corticon is first. You said you were going to use your crossbow as a Batman type of rope thingy. Yes?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
I'm not going to make you roll. You do that, you shoot it. Was there a follow-up to that action?
The other end of the rope was to secure it to the staircase.
Wait. So, I want to make sure that I'm clear, not just what you're not in what you're trying to do. So the staircase is to your right. It's right. So where you were positioned from when you came down the first set of stairs to go to the librarian was directly across. He was in a nook where a row of books were.
Uh-huh.
All right. So positionally, I don't even know if that's a word, but it is today. So where you are, it's just a short hop to go to the staircase going up. However, because it goes up two levels, it takes you right in the path of this thing, right in melee range.
I'm not looking to go.
So the door is, if you turn or all the way around, it's directly behind you, but at a 90-degree angle upwards to the second level. So which way? You said you were shooting at the staircase. I just want to make sure that we're clear on what you mean.
No. I was shooting the cable.
Yep.
To the opening directly opposite of the creature behind us. And you said
so,
that the floor.
So you mean back behind you?
Right.
Okay.
So I shoot it that way, right? And I thought I was by the staircase. So whatever solid structure.
Yeah, you guys were by the staircase until until the librarian offered you the book. And then you all converged at the center of the room.
So whatever solid structure that's near me, I fastened the other end of the rope to it. That way they can use the rope to go across. Understand?
No, I don't.
He's trying to use it like a tether for us to zip line across real quick and everything else like that. So we don't have to fight.
There's no across though, because in order to get to that level, it's on the second level, and there is still a railing that goes across that entire level.
So maybe I misunderstood the whole thing, because I thought you said that behind us it was an opening where the keeper went to. And you said that the floor.
Yeah. There was one on the ground level behind you, but yeah, and it was pockmarked with holes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were
gonna
shoot the wall there to fasten the rope.
Yeah, I was going to shoot the wall. I was going to shoot the rope across to that opening.
Okay.
That's across the floor that has all the holes in the ground, and fasten the other end of the rope by me to something secure and solid.
There's nothing secure in that area. That table that was there was the only thing that would be even remotely considered secure. But
and that table's massive, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can make the attempt to secure it to the table.
So
that would make the cable suspended in the air about maybe 3 or 4 feet if you shoot it at an angle.
Okay. And they can hold on to the rope and run across the holes.
Okay. Now here's the thing: because of your background, you're not there. The tensile strength of your cable is not the issue. It's where it's being fastened. So you're not sure of the structure of that wall, considering how decrepit this place was structurally.
Well, Okay, so the device itself, the Arbalest,
Yeah.
is definitely a siege engine.
Okay.
So whatever it's gonna shoot through,
It'll go through.
it'll keep going until it stops.
Okay.
So if the wall is weak, it'll just go through that wall until it stops.
All right. All right. That's a clarifying
And-
statement for me, and that's fine. So
Plus,
so he
I
does.
did have pulleys and stuff on it, so
Okay.
it made it a lot more stronger because of it.
All right. So that's what Corticon is doing. Silverwind. Wait.
Yo,
What did you roll? You rolled a what?
15.
15. All right. So you and the centipede are making an action on the same turn.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. What's your action?
He's blocking the doorway.
He's blocking the door in front of you. To the back, Corticon has already shot his arbalest into the wall and fastened it. And assuming he tells everyone to go across to get to that door, that's an option for you, or you can get into combat with this thing. At its height, it can reach the entire party.
No problem.
Somebody's
I'm
watching
going
anime.
to
Please mute yourself.
use my skill. Hold on 1 second. Do I have it? Negative. I do not have it. Hold on. Can I? I'm going to use whatchamacallit. We all trying to get out of here. We're not trying to fight this thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was trying to get
Now you're
us
not
out of here,
asking
so-
me.
All right, cool. I'm going to anime ninja run across the line to the opening to get where I'm going.
Okay, so that's a specific skill, no? With acrobatics or not gymnastics.
Sense of balance is
Walk tightrope. Walk tightrope.
Is that
walk tightrope by height wire.
Yeah.
anime ninja?
Yeah, because what he's gonna do, he's gonna run with his
Across the
hands like this, straight across.
Here's the rub.
You don't have it.
I don't have it.
Okay, so
So you are not anime ninja running.
you can
You're gonna
still
hold
make
on to the
the
rope.
you can still make the attempt.
However, I
but-
do have dance, and I'm going to waltz on the tightrope. Dance teaches you balance
That's
and
pretty-
control.
That's pretty original.
Okay.
It teaches you balance and control. I'm going to pirouette. As a little girl, I did ballet. So I'm going to use dance and sense of balance.
You know,
and
that's probably the
dance
most ingenious way to use a skill nobody ever takes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I will, just for shits and giggles, give you an opportunity to do that, but you're going to have a penalty.
penalty to what?
Where is to make this happen?
Well, it sounds like it's involving two skills
Yeah.
together.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the percentage for dance?
My percentage for
Why
dance
can't I find it in this
is
book? It's not in the Palladium book, I'm assuming, because I can't see it. Is it in the secondary skills?
Yeah, it's on the
Under technical.
yeah. My percentage for dance.
Dance. He's gonna John Travolta the tightrope.
I mean, for visualization purposes, this is fucking comical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 55. I'm third level.
Okay. It's under it's under domestic. It's under
Is it
domestic
third level?
skill. It's
55?
30 plus
55.
5% per level.
I'm 55.
All right, so you have wait a minute. 1, 2. Where'd you get that percentage? I'm looking at the Palladium book now. It says 30 plus 5% per level of experience.
15, 45 plus longbowman. I think domestic skills gives you plus 10%. Hold on. I'm going longbowman right now.
All right, we'll go with that, and let's go 55 minus 20. So you have a
All
35%.
right, so I'm back at base.
You're back at base, 35%.
This ought to be
You
good.
can do it.
And I rolled a 0-1.
Why do I hear the Nutcracker theme in the
74.
background?
All right, even at the 55. So he gets, so Silverwind's just like,
Hey,
nope,
hey.
not doing this.
Wait. I give him a hero point.
Oh shit! That's right. We got hero
you
points.
You can expend a hero point to make that roll again. Yes, and make it. I will do so. I will do the 55 using the hero point.
So wait, how many hero points do we each have?
2.
What? Oh,
Oh wait, no. For Palladium it's 1. Excuse me.
So I didn't know I had a hero point. So save your hero point now. I'll burn.
So you're
And
not
I'll
gonna
burn.
use. You're not gonna use the hero point.
If I can burn my own and have him save his own.
No,
I'm
you
gonna burn my
can't.
own
You
hero
can't
point.
burn his. You would have to use yours.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can't give him mine?
No.
I use hero point.
It would only be in the act of maybe like combining skills or something like that. But you're not combining anything. You're like, dance,
All right, so-
elf, dance.
Here we go. Hero point.
Okay.
55, correct?
55.
Yeah,
or
55,
55 or less.
Oh.
Roll them bones.
72. All right, so
Digital Dice hates me.
at first Silverwing gets up on the on the cable and just pirouettes. Everyone just stops. Even the centipede is like, "Huh?" No, just kidding. But everyone just stops and looks. Even Alana's just like, "Oh my, what the fuck?" does a pirouette and tries to balance. That's the hero point. Does it again and is like, right on the floor. Okay, so that's yours. And for fuck's sake,
Amen.
I'm going
This
to
is called
Doesn't hurt to try.
cabin fever.
1, 2,
She is suffering from cabin fever.
3, 4.
Well, I'm not.
I'm gonna roll a D4
You said Gavin Beaver?
to determine who
Yes,
it is.
cabin fever.
Cabin,
That would be the
Cabin
explanation
fever?
as to why she would want to pirouette up the
now
wall.
we're talking. Cabin Beaver, you're talking my language.
All right. So Zell, it coils up and just shoots out to attack you with its main pincers.
Ooh.
Zell, I made a
Oh.
roll to determine who it is attacking. La, 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 la.
I rolled a 1. Sweet Christmas.
Actually, it rolled. Wait, what did I just roll? D20.
Rolled a
I rolled a
2 on the
2
attack.
with its bonus. It does hit with an 8.
Okay.
So it comes down and scurries along the floor and it's like, shh. Wait, why am I doing sound effects, damn it?
Sound effects, exactly.
He's coming to attack me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, got that.
With the nature of its attack, there is no parry. You have to dodge.
Ooh.
Its size, the attack itself, there's no parrying.
Okay, so I'll dodge.
Okay.
What I'll do is I'll attempt to dodge onto it. Onto its back.
Okay,
that,
Johnny.
that would be a simultaneous. So that would be your attack.
Dodging onto its back would be my attack.
Yes, because you're using that as an offensive. It's not. That's not a defensive move. It's offensive. It's a bit of both. So you're gonna
Okay.
dodge. You're gonna do that or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna do
make.
that.
I'm gonna make your roll. So second is you don't have.
And
Make the dodge. All right, you do dodge, and I'll use that as your attack roll. So you dodge onto it, and it immediately its subsequent attack when we go around, is to pull back and go back to its main height to buck you off. So with that said, we're up to Malice.
No problem.
Can't hear you. You're muted.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
He's not muted. He's just afraid of what he's going to do. But go ahead.
So how far is the centipede from us right now?
Right now it's in melee range because it's snapped at Zell, and he flipped. He did a Hakisaki flip right onto the top of its head.
I wish this guy wasn't playing today. I'm fucking Adolfo because he just is all
I had an idea, but that idea might not be feasible now.
Use the idea. Go for it. Just adventuring.
So,
People won't get hurt.
what I'm going to do is Cloud of Slumber on. What I want is the cloud to start from its face and then go backwards, so that it's not interfering with any of us. You understand what I'm saying, Lou?
How big is the area?
What's the area effect? Because you can cast it wherever, but it does have an area effect.
I should do what I'm planning to do anyway.
Then do it. Do it. I'm right here. Do it now.
Come on, what are you waiting for?
Don't think it's a good idea to have it.
Where the fuck is Cloud of Slumber?
I mean, not for nothing. Zell is the annoying member of the team. He picks our pockets and tries to kill people in their sleep, and he steals. Yeah. If he dies, he dies.
Drago.
That's Cloud of Slumber is an elemental spell, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
Wait, but isn't it both?
It would be under air.
Yeah, but he doesn't have access. He's a wizard.
Yeah, but it might be.
Yeah.
It might,
He does. That's one of the first 6 spells you learn.
Oh, okay, hold on.
It's a 20 by 20 by 20 foot.
How big is this monster?
yeah, it's 15 wide.
And I could do it from 90 feet away.
But he can aim it the way he wants.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me make sure. Where were you looking at it? I just wanted to see it for myself.
In the elemental air spells first level.
What page did you get that?
Oh, on the wizard. On the wizard, you get the first 6 spells you learn. One of them is Cloud of Slumber, along with Tongues, Enchanted Cauldron, and something else. I forget the others.
121. 4 melees, so it's 12 melees in total.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a save for you, Zell.
Sure.
Did you even put your saving throws in this? The end of combat. Okay, so it's do you have a spell bonus?
Spell strength.
Spell strength. Excuse me.
The 3rd level, he should have a +1.
Yes, I do.
All right, so that would make the
13 or
13
better.
or better. So I'm gonna roll for Zell. He rolled a 20. Very good. All right, so he's just like. Bitch. Oh, sorry. All right, and I'm gonna.
Why would you do that to me?
Okay, and he made it even, yeah. So you do that, and that's your action. The thing is with Zell on its back, it's trying to buck him off, but you can see the cloud envelop them both, and Zell's like, I'm okay.
You're an ass.
All right, bastard, you're next.
Just to let you know,
What happened?
I just wanted to ask, is it going to take an action for me to hook my blades into its carapace in order to hold on?
So, do I need to answer that question? Is what I'm saying.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Yeah, the armor rating.
So, Bastard, it's your time.
So, I'm going to cast Immobilize, but obviously not on the head, which is what I was planning to do, until somebody jumped on his head. I will go a little further back on the body.
You're going to cast Immobilization on his body?
Yes. I was going to do that to the head.
He'll make a saving throw.
He can still attack the head.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you're fixated on I must attack and kill everything.
No, I'm saying is that I don't see how I'm preventing you from attacking the head.
Because he's looking out for your well-being if he paralyzes you.
Because if I immobilize the head with you on it, you're also immobilized.
How's that so? If you're attacking
it's
if
a
you're
cone.
casting it on it.
Oh, immobilize is a cone that covers an area.
Oh, I got you.
Um,
And that's your special monster power, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That
I
is
mean,
one
you
of-
can still attack the head if that's what you're going to intend.
Well,
have
if
no
I
idea.
immobilize the head, that means I'm immobilizing everything in that area.
But there's a saving throw for me, though, right? Because I'm not a monster.
Yeah, there's a savings though, and if you don't make it, you and it are stuck there until it elapses, which defeats the purpose because we can't come in and get you.
Okay, I see what you mean. On the off chance I missed the
okay,
roll.
so that section of its body that you cast a spell stops right in the air and it starts screaming from its head. Now we're going to come back to...
And I yell at Zoe, "No, something!"
Okay. Now, Cordy Khan, it's your action.
My action?
Yes. Second
I'm
attack.
gonna help the girl across.
Okay. Because she's after watching Silverwind just like pirouette to the floor, she gets she's just puts the book in her satchel. And she's like, "We need to leave. We need to run." And she just grabs onto it, and with a surprising dexterity, she knows to get on it and then swing underneath, and then pull herself across, crossing her ankles, her boots around the wire, and she's just pulling herself across.
So then I grab Silverwind, lift the pick off the ground.
Okay.
I hook my arm over the rope and I run across the floor, bring her with me.
Negative. I put the brakes on. I got this. I'm right.
You gonna play it again?
Okay.
I stop and look at her. Well, if you want a belly flop again, go right ahead. I'm going across the road.
All right, so you follow Alana across. Okay, so Silverwind, you're gonna make another attempt. You have no more.
I'm gonna do what they're doing right now. I'm just gonna go across.
Okay. All right. So that's that.
Who am I fooling? Nah. Here we go. 55.
All right. So it's going to attempt to buck you off.
Got it.
Zell. So I'm gonna
It
make
wasn't your turn yet.
No. It was his turn. It's fine. So I'm gonna make this roll, and you would need to. You can declare a simultaneous attack in order to try to hook yourself into its carapace. But if you fail that, and if you fail that roll, it bucks you. It knocks you off.
Okay. The reason I was asking before
Yeah.
is because since you had told me that it's going to be a combination of a dodge and a simultaneous attack, would I have been able to use that attack to do that at that moment? That's why I was asking you, because you just kind of went everywhere else, and I was just waiting my turn to ask you that question.
No, that's my point.
Because if that was the case, then I would already be grappled into its characters.
No, you're literally riding it. You flipped. The dodge was to get out from its pincers. Those things were going to chomp you in half. So you either dodge away or you dodge on top of it. To dodge on top of it, that's a combo attack. So I'm considering that a simultaneous. That was that action for that round. This is the second round. You're on top of it now, It had the initiative in front of you, so it's attempting to buck you off. I rolled a
Okay.
1. I rolled a 1, so it is now your attack.
Okay. So
So you're holding
I'm gonna-
on. You're basically surfing this thing, and the way I will verbalize it so you can visualize. Because of the paralyzing effect of the immobilization, it has limited movement in its head, and that's what the 1 comes from. So you're essentially surfing on this thing, but the violent nature with which it's moving, you're going to get bucked off at some point.
So, that being said, is it touching the ground as it's kind of
You're
rising?
still on ground level. It's the rest of the base of its body. It's starting to move. So he couldn't get the whole. Well, wait a minute, Mike. This immobilization is what? It's a 20 feet cone in diameter and 40 feet tall. Okay, yeah. So you got a good chunk of its body, but it's not the entire length of it. But it's it's pulling itself back down the hole as it's
All right,
struggling.
so it's touching the floor right
It's
now.
on the ground.
That's
Yes.
what I'm.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure it to the floor by doing cooperative adhesion. So that way it stops moving altogether.
Okay. Is this cooperative adhesion is
So
what?
Fourth level spell, 10 PPE.
We just went through that. We used it on the Rust Monsters. No?
Yeah.
I see like one machine power anyway, like machine.
Okay.
Machine.
Silver, mute.
As he's resolving that spell, Malice.
Machine telepathy, and they have another thing called gearhead. Let me call you back because I'm playing this game.
All right, Lou. So everybody, I guess people are trying to get across that.
Yeah, they're 3 people already across the rope. One did a double pirouette onto her face, but is now doing it the right way. And then the rat and the other girl are pulling themselves across.
Yo, why do I picture Silverwind as the elf from Drawn Together, and he's leveling up?
I'm not talking about that. So, Malice, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go.
By the
cross-
way, Zell's on top of the creature, and you can see him casting a spell, and directly underneath it, it's caught a good section of the head, and it's starting to struggle against the ground, which is causing a rumbling. You guys
Alright,
can
I'm
feel
going
it on your. You and Bastard can feel this thing rumbling, like it's shifting the ground.
I'm gonna go across the rope.
Okay.
I do too.
All right, you don't have to. If you're doing it the way they're doing it, you don't have to roll. If you're doing it,
No, I'm doing it the safe way.
Okay.
He's not pirouetting, or whatever you call it.
All right. Pirouetting. All right, Bastard.
Going across the rope.
Okay. That leaves you, Cordy Khan. You get across to the other side, and you can. You're watching this insane scene before you. The door, like I said, was hanging off of its hinge. So, are you gonna wait for your companion? What are you gonna do? They're a good distance away from you.
I made it. I made it across.
Yeah.
Looking back to see what's going on. Who needs what? Like,
Okay, so
who needs
almost
cover?
everybody is on their way to you, with the exception of Zell.
What's Zell doing? What's
Zell's
going on?
riding it like he's riding a horse, like he's standing on a horse.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is what's moving on it? Like, is it moving awkwardly? Is it like glued to the floor?
It looks like it's glued to the floor. There's a section of his body that you can see. It's just not moving at all. Like, you know how the centipede with his individual legs, they move in like a sort of a unison. There's a section of his body that isn't moving. The head section is stuck to the ground. and it's just yelling out and screeching.
How far is the wall behind? Actually, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. How far is the wall behind Zell? From Zell to the wall behind him.
There's no specific. If you go back to the original picture of the library, there's no wall that's directly behind them. There's just a big open window or a portcullis directly behind him.
Oh shit. What you said, Zell?
No, he was talking to he's talking to somebody else.
Okay, so. How good of a shot? I mean, he's not hurt, right?
You don't see any physical wounds.
All right, so I'm gonna load my crossbow and just cover.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my action for a reaction.
Okay. Always an option. That's fine. So Silverwind made it across. So now it's the centipede. Silverwind, when you make it across, Alana is standing behind Corticon, who has his crossbow bolt aiming. He's aimed but hasn't fired yet. What, if anything, are you doing once you get to the other side? You're muted if you're talking.
Muted, Silver.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, my bad. I was thinking I was gonna look around to see if there's any more centipedes coming. If not, I was gonna. How far away?
Right now,
Right
now that's the biggest thing in this room that has all of your focus. But a cursory look around, you don't see anything.
All right, then I'm going to one arrow, one kill this bastard.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn 4 rounds.
Make your roll, sir.
And go for a headshot.
Or make your roll, madam.
Okie dokie. Make sure. Plus 4, plus 5, is plus 9. Let's see, hold on. Cool. Let's go. D20. Here we go.
Lewis,
Yes.
Natural 20.
quick question.
Oh,
While I'm
hell
on
yeah.
it and its head is stuck, can I attempt to try and pry open part of its carapace?
Yeah.
Like damage it so I can give it a weakness or a weak point?
The segments on the top of its head. You can attempt to pry it, but it would be on its back. Now it's not its underbelly.
No. I'm on top of its head, so I'm trying to pry open the carapace so I can expose it.
Okay. I know you think you're explaining it correctly, but please, where?
Where the carapace ends, right at the neck.
Okay.
I'm trying to pry that open, like pull it off.
It technically doesn't have a neck, but I know what you're saying. So it's the first segment. You're going to try to pry it open, but as I explained it, it's on there's. Never mind. All right. So you're going to be able to do that. I saw what you rolled. What's the damage?
It's a crit. It's a dirty 20, which is a crit. because of one arrow, one kill. So I got to roll 66.
It's normally 3d6.
Plus, yeah, my arrow's normally 3d6, so I'll do 66 plus 5.
Did you add the bonuses from the camera?
Yeah.
All right. So a huge chunk. That thing flies in the air and it hits it. It lets out another scream. Zell, your action. Oh, wait a minute. No. Hold on a second. That was Silverwind's. Its action. So it's, as I explained earlier, the stone from beneath it and from the rest of its body, it's trying to pull itself out. It's not trying to, it can't break the carpet of adhesion, but what it's doing, it's pulling itself back down the hole that it came from.
No. Thank you.
So here's
Here's the rub.
no, not necessarily the rub. Zell, are you hearing me, or are you working on something else?
I'm with you now.
Okay.
So
you can see what it's doing, and it's going to do it because it's literally ripping the ground from underneath where the carpet is sticking it. You have the option of continuing to try to make the weak point or getting off of this thing. You can't do both.
so it's trying to free itself by tearing the floor from underneath.
Correct. And
But I know how my spell works. It's gonna make whatever it's covered. It's gonna go together. So it's still gonna be stuck.
No.
So what
you're not hearing me. I didn't say that it wasn't going to be stuck. I'm saying it's tearing everything under. The carpet stays there. Whatever it's attached to on the ground, that's going to stay. But you can see it literally pulling with its mass, with its size, its mass, its weight. It's literally ripping the ground off. So you recognize
it's trying to loosen itself so it can fall down.
Yes,
right?
And it's going to. So you have the option of continuing to attack it or getting off of it. You can't do both.
Miss, I don't know how far it's gonna fall. Yeah. Fuck it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my blades, throw them to wherever I can hook them to, and pull myself up from the floor collapsing.
Okay. And no need to roll. That's part of your expertise. You recognizing the scene. You knew the thing was gonna go. So as soon as you hook it and you pull yourself off, it literally rips the ground up and it just goes. It sinks down. As it sinks, and you catch a small glance. This thing is from where it was sticking up and tracing it back to the ground. Probably another 35, 40 feet of centipede.
How was it moving the immobilized section?
That's what I'm saying. That section, it doesn't move, but the rest of its body pulls it. You didn't get
the other half.
Yeah, you didn't get the whole body.
In total, it was like 80, 90 feet from what he's describing. That's why. So the other lower half, it used in order to tear up the ground in order for it to free
because
fall.
Those animals can move in both directions.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't know how far it was going to fall because in actuality, my idea was to ride it.
Yeah, and
as it fell.
The drop itself was about 25 to 30 feet.
Yeah, and I don't know how that would have affected me. And I couldn't afford to be dazed. So, yeah, fuck that.
Okay.
I'm not taking no chance.
So
at this point, I'm going to make my way to the group.
Okay, so once you can hear it screams as it fades away and escapes. And that's where we're going to stop it today. So, for Zell, Bastard, Silverwind, Cordycon, and Malice, and Alana, I am DM Discretion. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you in the next adventure.